Alright, so back with another video. Today I am going to be talking about Diddy and this supposed guilty verdict. And I say supposed because this is, not surprisingly, a half-ass sentence. And I don't know what, something tells me or makes me feel like he paid someone off, because there's just absolutely no way. So he got off on they got rid of the sex trafficking and racketeering charges, but he was found guilty of transporting individuals across state lines. I guarantee you what happened is that obviously he has a shit ton of connections, and somehow they found some loophole around this, essentially, to give him the least amount of time possible. I mean, this doesn't surprise me at all, but I will say this does not mark a major legal blow. This is a bullshit sentence, and it's his power, status, money, whatever, something that is allowing him to get off, because any other person who did this would be locked away until death, because that's how heinous, I mean, obviously, we know that his crimes are. So basically this is bullshit, and this is not anywhere near justice, which is why I didn't cover the Diddy case and why I'm not going to say too much about it, because I don't think it's beneficial. I think it's important to note it and point it out, because this is going to be very difficult, I'm sure, for the people, the survivors, the victims who suffered through what they suffered. You know, it really is a slap in the face. And it just doesn't surprise me, but it absolutely is nowhere near justice. It's bullshit, but I feel like I don't even have to go any further into it, because everybody knows this. You know what I mean? But breaking news: Diddy is found guilty, but apparently is not going to be appropriately held accountable for his actions. Unfucking believable. He must have paid people off in the jury, paid off the judge. He did something. It's not a real verdict. Something happened, and I obviously don't know for sure what it is, but intuitively, that's what I think happened, is he paid people off. And not even just intuitively, but I feel like anybody might be able to guess that based on what we all know about Diddy. So I don't think anything more needs to be said about it. I don't want to give attention where it's not deserved or needed. This human being is the most disgusting, vile piece of shit probably on this planet, or close to around that. It's what the Buddhists like to call a hungry ghost, which is basically a soul that is, I guess it could be equivalent to a lost soul, but it's more vicious than a lost soul, because this is a soul or a demon that is never satiated. So nothing is ever enough. Kind of narcissistic in a sense, but this goes beyond it, you know. It's an unsatiable drive or desire for something that's very low vibrational, lustful, you know, sick things, you know. That is what a hungry ghost is. Okay, so I was going to look up the definition of a hungry ghost, but I thought that this would be better, asking ChatGPT how they could put together basically Sean Combs and this idea of the hungry ghost. So can you tell me why Sean Combs is similar to a hungry ghost, as the Buddhists call it? The comparison of Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, to a hungry ghost from Buddhist cosmology is metaphorical and potentially critical, drawing on deep symbolic meaning. So first off, what is a hungry ghost in Buddhism? In Buddhist thought, a hungry ghost is being tormented by insatiable desire. They're often depicted as having huge bloated bellies, symbolizing great craving, thin necks or small mouths, unable to satisfy that craving, and they are cursed to wander endlessly, consumed by greed, addiction, and unmet longing. Hungry ghosts are born from greed, selfishness, or intense attachment in a past life, and their suffering is internal. They are trapped by their own cravings. That sounds like a very good definition of what the hell's going on here. So comparing Sean Combs to a hungry ghost. While the specifics would depend on interpretation, here are some reasons someone might draw that comparison. So for one, insatiable ambition and materialism. Sean Combs is famously driven, accumulating vast wealth, fame, influence, and multiple businesses. He constantly rebrands himself, which some could interpret as a sign of restlessness or a never-ending pursuit of identity and relevance. Okay. Like a hungry ghost, there's a visible hunger, never fully satisfied, for more power, more status, more legacy. 2, allegations and moral questions. In recent years, Diddy has faced legal controversies and public allegations, including lawsuits involving abuse, coercion, and exploitation. If any of those claims have truth to them, they might suggest behaviors rooted in self-serving desire at the expense of others, which aligns with the karmic causes behind becoming a hungry ghost. Wow. Yeah. Spiritual emptiness beneath surface success. Despite outward success, the metaphor could suggest that internally there's a void and unfulfilled craving for love, acceptance. Ooh, his recent attempt to go by the name Love might even hint at this. Good call. Good point. Noteworthy caution. This comparison, while poetically resonant, is judgmental and symbolic. In Buddhist practice, seeing someone as a hungry ghost isn't necessarily a condemnation. It's a reflection of suffering and misalignment with the path to liberation. It invites compassion, not just criticism. Yeah. It's not just being like, oh, you're a piece of shit, but also I think you need to be careful, because empathy is not going to save a soul as corrupt as Sean Combs.